Okay, God, let me have it!
We are tonight's entertainment.
I promise you, when this is over, you can cry all you want, and I won't say a word.
I meant the gameplay. Yeah, the whole experience was awesome.
I have 2 high points then for you. Number 1, when I'm walking back because I got dead, and you got Spoons walking one way, Spaz walking the other, and all of a sudden I go, this is my rifle, this is my gun. And then you got Spoons going, this is for fighting, this is for fun. And no one else in that stupid mall would ever sit there and play that game with us. And number 2, when Sparkles and Spaz were walking behind Spoons.
You could refer to yourself. You don't have to, what are you, the Bob Dole?
Shut up.
Well, you're the one who's like, well, do you want to use our names? Do you want to use Tim and Mark and Michael and
Sparkles and I mean, people probably...
Anyways.
Yeah, anyways.
Well, anyways, when Sparkles and I shot Spoons right in the back and the ass at point blank range.
That hurt.
It didn't hurt us a bit.
No, you guys think it's funny, but it hurt like a bitch, and I'm still kind of sore about that.
Maybe that's why you needed the butt paste.
Cutting that out. Despite the shenanigans at the hotel, what were some of your fondest moments?
Oh, man. Well, the one thing that sticks out in my mind, I was like one of 2 women in the whole thing. And there was, gosh, how many people were there? Hundreds? At least 200 people?
I think it was 100 per team.
Yeah,
I don't think they completely sold out, but yeah, there was probably at least
200 people there.
At least, well, I think there was at least 70 people on each team. I don't know what the official numbers were.
I don't know, but it's always a high point for me knowing that I'm going out and having just as much fun as these guys and getting complimented on my play and people telling me that, that they would go into battle with me anytime. So it's pretty awesome.
I wouldn't. I get shot by you a lot.
I'm sorry. I love to pick on you.
Is it because you're taller than me? Is that why?
Oh,
no, it's because you're an easy target. Next time I'm going to try and shoot your damn spoon now.
Shoot the spoon, you get $1.
Make you holla.
That might go through the spoon. So what were some things that you guys really didn't like?
Coming from a paintball background into Airsoft, I guess the thing I disliked the most about it is... Cheaters. Probably a lot of cheaters, and it was just effing hot in that mall.
Oh, God, it was so hot. They need fans. They need to put fans in there.
I don't think there's any power in there.
No, there was no power.
They can have generators.
I suppose they could in future, but...
Gas-powered generators.
That to put a fan on one end of the building and a fan on the other, that's a lot of extension cord, or leaving a generator unattended in what is officially a high-crime area of Milwaukee.
What, is somebody going to walk in off the streets and steal a freaking generator when there's a shit ton of people around?
Well, unless... I was saying, like, if they put one down at the far end of the building where we were all staging, there wouldn't be anybody there.
They should put at least, 4 or 5 fans throughout that whole entire building. Because depending on when the mall event is again and the temperatures, somebody could freaking have heat stroke or some shit like that.
There was some... not that I'm, the skinniest person in the world, but there's some big guys there, and I'm surprised some of them didn't drop from heat stroke.
Well, that all comes with proper hydration and everything, in my opinion.
Speaking of hydration, when you walk to the local Menards in full gear, minus pistols, but you're walking around with pistol mags and chest protectors.
Oh, you went with your tack vest on?
I wasn't even thinking. I left my main gun there. I did have my sidearm on me.
Nice.
And I'm walking into Menards with a drop leg holster with a 1911 in there.
But it is Wisconsin, so open carry is legal.
But I mean, you're walking in there looking like you're ready to go to battle, trying to buy Gatorade because you're dehydrated.
That's another thing is when Tim and I went over to Menards to go get, what were we looking for? Velcro?
We were trying to find bandages or something for bandages for healing.
And one of the workers in there she was looking at me and she's like, I need you here with me. Excuse me, boss, that other person's picking on me. Oh, it's okay. I have her to protect me. Whatever.
I mean, it was cool seeing other teams there too, besides, Squirrel Team. Semi-professional team, the Gladiators
The
were
Gladiators were there, yeah. That's the team that likes to stick out when they go to an event. They don't... The 2 events I've seen them at, they like to...
there. Be known that they're there.
Yeah, they
at the
don't want to
Milwaukee
conform
event,
to
they
the
were all in
standards.
black.
Yeah, they were the only team allowed to wear all black, and then when they went to the other one, they were the only team that didn't have to wear all tan or all green.
Yeah, they had camouflage shirt or flannel shirts on and jeans.
Which is cool, because when it sticks out, it's easy for you to identify your fellow team members.
Well, I mean, they shouldn't be making special rules just because you are there either. I mean, if it's either tan or green, you should at least be abiding by the rules.
I don't know if their argument is that they don't all have the same gear. They don't all have tan or they don't all have green, but they have this or they have that.
Yeah, but if you're going to sign up for events and be a semi-pro team, I mean, you'd think seeing, you sign up for the event a couple months ahead of time, it gives you time to go get what you need. I mean, it's not like it's a one and done. Yeah. You'll never play tan or green again.
In that regard, I really don't know how they do it or what, but, that's why I've been saying for Squirrel Team, it'd be nice if we all had green and tan so that we could jump from one team to another, like if we go to... Say we do go to the Milwaukee Mall event again, maybe next time we go as a tan team. And I don't think it matters what color we wear, but sometimes it's nice to wear a different color. I want to read here what Brownicus said. Okay, what I liked. It says, I really like the Xbox system. Oh. The boys. I liked all the boys. I really like the Xbox system. That seemed to help quite a bit. I'm really glad Spaz and others were able to help me get the last one. I think without it, I would have had a much worse time. It was a lot of fun working with Squirrel Team 6 members, even though I often got separated from the group for various reasons. Yeah.
I kept getting shot.
Yeah, if you get shot and nobody can heal you, you got to walk back. You kind of get separated.
Yeah.
The most fun I had was on the second day playing outside on the back side of the building. I finally felt like I had room to maneuver a bit and play more tactically. Yeah, he's more of the woods open field player.
Dave is more of a he'll crawl 1,000 yards just to go get that one perfect shot than...
That's me too.
Than where some of us are going with guns ablazing, spraying and praying.
That's me. I like to run in.
That's me too. I mean,
don't get me wrong. I've crawled. I've tried sneaking and everything, but it's really not my strong suit because I'm so hard of hearing that I don't know I'm making noise.
What?
Shut up.
I mean, so what I was saying for Brownicus, I mean, like I said, coming from watching him growing up playing paintball, he'll crawl 1,000 yards for that perfect shot. So for him being in close combat in the mall, you could tell it wasn't his style.
It's not what he liked. Brownicus says, what I disliked. I didn't like the objectives. Regardless of whatever scenario, quote unquote, we were supposed to be doing, it all just ended up basically a team deathmatch stalemate centered around the main courtyard that resulted in most people hunkering down with very little movement in the gameplay.
That's true.
Well, that is true, which is why I rarely ever went to the center courtyard. I think you and I went up to one side the first couple of times, and then I went up with you, Sparkles, a couple of times very early on the first day, and it's like, you can't hardly get anywhere. I mean, it was fun to try and be inside of a store and be like, oh, okay, how are we going to do this? And watching people move around. But I kept going into back hallways. I wanted to explore the unexplored parts of the mall. He says, each day consisted of 2 long scenarios that were basically the same thing. The scenarios were boring and seemed pointless once you knew you were losing.
Well, I guess with expectations of that, I mean, for my first time, this would be actually my second time playing in a organized event. My first time, you actually had your commanders that were out fighting with you or out, trying to get you going.
You're referring to Rebel Dawn up at Big Lake.
Yes. And they were, actually out having fun with you, where the commanders here basically...
Our commander was a douche.
Yes.
Okay, without name calling, our commander could have been more enthusiastic. The thing that kind of turned me off onto him we went walking back to respawn, and he's in a wheelchair with a fake thing of dynamite on his lap, wheeling around the hallway, within firing range, I think, of some of the enemy team players.
Yeah, because I had to re-heal his dumbass a couple of times.
Yeah, he wasn't a very good player.
He didn't
Well, he didn't play.
Well, I don't know if they were supposed to play or not, because we went to Autumn's Tremor.
They were playing in a couple scenarios.
They were? Okay, because in Autumn's Tremor...
Don't you remember they had the one where it's capture the commander or whatever?
Well, that was the whole event. And I actually got footage of the gladiators capturing Tan's commander.
But the commanders didn't have guns, though.
No, they didn't. I don't think they were supposed to be going into combat. They were just supposed to
be there.
But when you're sitting there BSing, taking players away from your side of the group to go fight, and they're sitting there just BSing with them, getting pushed around in a wheelchair, I mean, I don't think that's the right way to go.
No, not really. He should have been walking around more mobile, I guess. Like the commanders over at Autumn's Tremor, they were kind of the same thing. They weren't going into the field of battle. They were at our staging area or really close to the front line, like
radioing.
They go up to the edge of the tree line where our staging area was, and they'd be constant radio contact with other players. So I guess for me it's the same thing. It wasn't really a Milsim event, and there were objectives, but you never knew what was going on. There was no communication or updates as far as whose team was doing what or what squad was where. So when I played, I was pretty much out there for personal glory. I was there to shoot people and explore them all and play in an area that I've never played in before. And I had a lot of fun doing it.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, I had fun too, but when you're getting mowed down by other players that aren't calling their hits, or in one particular event where the Tan had night goggles and you're trying to go take over a room with guys that are
in the ceiling,
and wherever they're hiding, you could lob in 1,000,000 grenades in there and for some reason never hit one of them, and you just get nothing but sniped by them. I mean, how much fun is that?
Well, I didn't really try going into that. That was the one scenario they had where the enemy team was parachuted behind your enemy line, so they took Tan guys that had all night vision and put them in I think it was the old Sears store. That store was completely black in there. It was pitch black. And so they put them in there, and they took the gladiators and put them in the movie theater. I mean, I was in the movie theater. You were in the movie theater, Spaz. There's not a lot of room to maneuver around in there. And if you go up in that projection booth, you're dead. There's no way to get out. And you can't run across the theater because it's flooded.
It was like knee-deep water.
Yeah, and I
didn't go in the movie theater.
There wasn't really anywhere else to go. You go down that spiral staircase, which makes you dizzy. But then when you get down there, you basically come back up to where the lobby is, and you're going to get taken out there, too. So that wasn't a great spot to parachute an enemy team. But, I mean, that's kind of how it went. And they were supposed to take out our guys, and our guys were supposed to take out the night vision goggle guys. And that just ended up being a clusterfuck. That's where I killed myself with a grenade.
Well, that's where I got shot in the face and was bleeding.
I don't know where I was. I think I was off somewhere just lollygagging.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened.